Hello and welcome back to Pump with Purpose. So I'm just popping on really briefly. So I posted a video of Greg, my husband, Spectra S1 assembly, where my husband put together my Spectra S1 and in the parts of my Spectra S1. And in the video, I said that my husband, after 9 months of my first journey and over 2 years on my second journey, he's never touched my pump parts before. He's never been active participant in my pumping journey. And if I'm being very, very honest with you, I'm glad he hasn't. If I'm going to waste my milk, it's going to be me. If I'm going to spill my milk, it's going to be me. If a lot of milk is going to not be put up or not be, handled with the certain guidelines, it's going to be me. How I worked, he had bottles pre-prepared. If it was, right before, he's about to eat, I would, sit it out on the counter, let it go to room temperature. Or if he had to use the bottle warmer or something. I don't even think he even used the bottle warmer. I think we just did the room temperature thing. If I was not around or something like that, I would place it out, or I would tell him if it's been, we did it every 3 hours. So if it was, he just served a bottle, then, the room temperature bottle would be out on the counter ready to go. So literally, I don't even think he even had to warm a bottle. And so if your significant other has been very active in your pumping journey, has helped wash parts, has helped to be active carrying parts, knows how to assemble your pumps and, is very involved, I'm so happy. That is so great. It is so wonderful. But I am right now talking to that person out here that may feel a certain way, that their significant other is not participating the way they want them to, or the way they thought they would. I'm talking to that person that it's been over 2 years for me, and I'm still here. I'm still doing it. Pumping is possible. It doesn't always have to go how you think it will go, how you want it to go, but it's definitely possible. Think of ways that your significant other is active in your journey. And I try to focus on that. So for me, right now, I'm recording. You may hear some faint screams from the basement because he has them tonight in the basement before bedtime. They're playing, getting worn out in the basement. He has them downstairs. He's allowing me to record, have my moment to do something that I enjoy doing. So that is what works well for our household. On Fridays, they have basement Fridays where he takes both kids down to the basement. They sleep, they camp down there all night long, and I get a night to myself. I get a night to not have to listen to the monitor. I get a night that I don't have to worry about a kid waking up screaming from a night's hair or something like that. I get a night once a week to myself. And sometimes even they'll do Saturdays if, he's up to it and they want to really, stay down there together. It's their bonding time, and it gives me a moment. So for me, that means more than any dish pump part that he would have to wash in the sink, any involvement in my pumping journey, that means more to me. So I'm talking to that person out there to just think through, remind you out there that, it's okay if it didn't go the way you thought it would go, that your partner may not be as active as you want them to be. But if you think about the little things that does help out now, in your journey in general, to make your household run well, think about that more than, someone that says, oh, my significant other did this or that. Everyone in their household and their relationship is very, very different. And so you can look at me and see that it's still possible to make it work. It wasn't easy. It's still not easy, but it's definitely possible to make it work. I'm so happy to talk to anyone out there about developing a plan that would work well for you, to have a plan to, be effective at pumping and feeding and incorporating, what to do with the child during that time, what to do with any older children. I am more than happy to talk through any plan that works well for your goals, your preferences, and your lifestyle. So definitely feel free to book a session. Definitely feel free to have a discussion through a session. We can talk through how to do it. If it's overwhelming, what to do. It's possible. Even 2 years, over 2 years. My husband's never touched a part, never washed a part, doesn't even know what a part is, because obviously from that video, whatever you guys say out there, that's a C-. It may even be, if we really talking, it could even be a D or F, because a duckbill not on a pump and backflow protectors not assembled the right way, you would get 0 milk. So, but it's fun times. We have to find ways to laugh through the craziness, the hecticness. We have to find ways to just have fun, because through the journey of parenthood it's a lot. And it is definitely been some times that I've just been overwhelmed, but it's also sometimes that it's all good. And I'm just so thankful as I look back over the past 2 years and how far I've made it and how far our relationship has come, where both of the kids are more self-sufficient now, and it does get better. Just know that it does get better. And it's okay when I look back and that he's never touched a pump part, I laugh about it. It never even fazed me, or I never even thought it was weird, because overall, he's supportive of my journey. If I want to pump for 5 years, he would support me. If I wanted to pump for 10 years, he would support me, because it's what I want to do. And that is what works well for our household. So I just popped on to give somebody out there the very gentle reminder that what works for you and your household is what works for you and your household. And it is okay to find ways to make it work. It is okay to talk with someone to find ways to make it work more efficient. And it is okay that it is okay. We may want things to be a certain way, but, everyone is different. And what someone wants to do or may not want to do, I've always respected my husband for the fact that he just, that's not him. He respects the fact that I don't cook. So honestly, it works. It really just works. And just finding ways to make it work for both of you, the best way that works for both of you, makes all the difference at the end of the day. So I'm just popping on just to remind us that our journey is our journey. Our household is our household. And whatever way works, it works. And just to be okay with that and be confident in that. So until next time, we'll pump with purpose.